The Score is the place for local spring high school sports, and we've got some for you right now. Brought to you by Central Maine Community College. More than just a community college, over 40 academic degrees and certificates, and one of the lowest tuition rates in New England. Just go to cmcc.edu. Central Maine Motors Auto Group in Waterville, the dealer with no dock fees, where cars and trucks cost you less. Online at cmautogroup.com. By Hammond Lumber Company, serving Maine and New Hampshire from 22 locations. Your building project partner, hammondlumber.com. Midstate Machine. Looking for a career? Check out the Machinist Development Program at midstateusa.com. Whittemore & Sons, your Coyote tractor dealer. Sales and service by a family that cares. Somerset Stone and Stove, offering quality gas, pellet, and wood stoves and hardscape products. 201 Tire, Battery, and Service, your tire and battery experts on the Augusta-Vassalboro line. SBS Carbon Copy in Waterville, where printing's personal, not puzzling. PJ Diggs, the excavation pros. If it's dirt, they do it. Renewal by Anderson, award-winning replacement windows and doors. Schedule your free consultation today. Assistance Plus, providing home care, behavioral health, and developmental services. Together, we can make a difference. Maine Preventative Maintenance, your complete heating, cooling, and plumbing contractor. The Harry J. Smith Company, 13 Sanger Avenue, Waterville, serving the Central Maine community for over 100 years. JDH3 Design at jdh3designs.com, where they can print on just about anything. Valley Beverage, delivering great beverages every day. Dixon's Country Market in Benton, with 24-hour diesel service and the best takeout food around. And by Casella Waste, for your residential and commercial trash pickup. Now, let's go live to Mike Violet and A.J. Knight.
That is indeed us. Good afternoon and welcome to the David Martin Athletic Complex here at Lawrence High School in Fairfield, where today on The Score, it's live coverage of boys high school lacrosse as the two teams that have combined forces, the Lawrence Bulldogs and the Winslow Black Raiders, to be the Lawrence Winslow Outlaws, take on the Camden Hills Windjammers. I'm Mike Violet. He is A.J. Knight. Tyler Rigby is on our camera here today, and the new college graduate, Kaylin Lakey, is on graphics. Congratulations, Kaylin.
She said thank you.
Yes, good. Good to have you here. So this matchup here, this combo of Lawrence and Winslow has worked out well. Their record so far is only 2-5. But if you look beneath the record, they have played well and played better, and they're actually in the running in the heel point standings. They are the current number 8 team in Class B.
Heck yeah. That's what matters. Get in, right? Get in and see what happens. And especially we talked about, as we talked about pregame, or before we got on for our pregame, one of the strengths of this team is their goalie, who's already committed to Post University. And I think you can see that in the scores. They've been able to, I think, keep some teams to their lower averages, and at any given time, right, a goalie can stand on his head.
Yep, Jake York. Look at Jeremy Swayman last night again for the Boston Bruins. Jake York is who you're talking about. He's the senior goalie. He has already committed to Post University. He's a big kid, too. Fills up a lot of net there for sure. We've been watching him in pregame, and he certainly knows his way around that goal. When we talk about Lawrence Winslow, some familiar names on the Lawrence Winslow roster, specifically from the Lawrence football team. Gage Martin, we saw him break a couple of tackles this year and run for touchdowns. Colby Netto, an outstanding defensive player. Colton Carter as well. They've got some really good attackmen.
Yeah, I think it's interesting, the similarities between these two teams. Both coaches really liked their face-off guys. Both mentioned him, Colton Carter, the face-off guy for Lawrence Winslow. And then both of them, I think, really have an offensive player that leads the way. For Camden Hills, it's Finley Fitch. He's got 11 goals, 17 assists, averages 7 points a game, which is pretty darn good. And then on the other side, for Lawrence Winslow, it's Liam Fortin, who last year had over 75 total points, already 35 total points this season.
So they've got some people, both sides, that can put the biscuit in the basket. Here's one other name for you, some food for thought. Remember from the ice this winter, Owen McManus from Camden Hills. He's one of their starting attackmen as well. He's wearing number 11 for Camden Hills. He is somebody to watch. Also, Elias Hood, defender, is really, really good. And their goaltender, Jacob Talbot, is outstanding as well. But they haven't beaten anybody with any points so far, so that's why they're lingering now at number 12 in the latest Deal Point standings.
Yeah, I think the other thing we talk about Jade York as we talk about this Lawrence Winslow team, one of the things that stood out, Lawrence Winslow coaching staff mentioned is last year Talbot, a freshman, and they were curious to see what his development looks like, as obviously the old saying goes, the best thing about freshmen is they become sophomores, and it's your expected biggest jump as a player in either level where you go from freshman to senior. But statistically, he's given up 25 goals, and he's only made 24 saves, so his save percentage is under 50, and that's not a ton of shots, so it feels like for Lawrence Winslow, if you could get to him, you might be able to get him.
Yeah.
But Camden Hills obviously has done a nice job of keeping teams from getting to him.
Yeah, I mean, the numbers are what they are. And so that's a very, very fascinating stat for Camden Hills and their goaltender. Their one loss to Brunswick, they were bombed by Brunswick 15-5, wins over Coney 13-0 over John Babst 11-6, and then the combo team of Holton and 4 or 5 other schools, they won there by a score of 13-4. Lawrence and Winslow, their wins have come over Coney 13-10 and Lincoln Academy 8-6. They have lost to that same Holton squad that I just referenced. They got blown out by Mount Blue 19-2, also blown out by Morse 16-7, and lost to Erskine Academy 11-1. But they have come a long way. I know their head coach Wade Carter very excited about things, so they will roll it out there and see what happens. It's a great afternoon to play. Sunny, temperature right around 70. A bit of a breeze, which you can probably hear. It will cool down as we go through the rest of the afternoon into the evening, but a really nice day to play, and the field is in excellent condition here at Lawrence High School. So a fast track should make for a fast game. It is the fastest game on grass, that's for sure. It's boys high school lacrosse, and the opening face-off between the Lawrence Winslow Outlaws and the Camden Hills Windjammers is coming up next on The Score.
For us, it's a family business that is steeped in tradition. You know, our relationship with Waterville goes back a long ways. Over the years, we've been fortunate enough to grow, and we've been able to grow with the town. We look at the work that we do as something bigger than just the sale of a car or the servicing of an automobile. We're here to be a part of something bigger than just ourselves by giving back to the community with our time and our energy, because it's all about taking care of people.
Central Maine Community College in Auburn. Over 40 academic degrees and programs recognized as some of the best in the United States. Nursing, criminal justice, forensic, psychology, IT, education, culinary arts, and so much more. Offering one of the lowest tuition rates in New England. Plus, a top-seeded national champion producing athletics department. Central Maine Community College in Auburn. Find your passion. Go to cmcc.edu.
We have created our own drink company. The fastest growing sports drink in history.
We will run! We will run!
Ladies and gentlemen, we got
The monkey has prime!
This season, we are hydrated.
The official sports drink of the UFC. It's time!
Oh, that's good.
Distributed by Valley Beverage of Lewiston.
When you're ready to tackle your next building project, no matter how big or small, depend on Hammond Lumber Company for the products and services you need. The knowledgeable staff at Hammond Lumber will be with you every step of the way and keep your project on schedule. From free estimating and project planning to design and drafting services, an extensive product inventory with a wide variety of brands to choose from, and of course, Hammond delivers from any of the locations across Maine and New Hampshire. Hammond Lumber Company, your building project partner.
Spring is the season of rejuvenation and the perfect time to revitalize your home with Renewal by Andersen. Our spring savings event is only once a year. Call Renewal by Andersen to schedule your free window diagnosis and take advantage of this incredible limited time offer. We've installed over 4 million windows, earning us 4.7 stars in customer satisfaction. Call the number below or visit us online today. And remember, call now because these great savings end soon.
The better way to a better window. Renewal by Andersen.
I'm Drew.
I'm
I'm Jeremy.
We are JDH3 Designs.
We're a Maine family offering laser engraving of just about anything and custom apparel. We love to work with other local businesses as well as people within the community to bring your design ideas to life.
JDH3 Designs. Visit their website at jdh3designs.com and like them on Facebook. JDH3 Designs. They customize just about anything.
Mike Violet, AJ Knight, and the rest of our score crew back here at Lawrence High School, ready to go. And as Camden Hills came out on the field, number 33, Dylan York, I'm not sure if Tyler picked that up. He did a complete 360. Did you see that?
I missed it.
Like Ozzie Smith back in the day with the St. Louis Cardinals?
No, I missed it.
Yeah, you don't see that very much. So we are just about set to go. Camden Hills in the, is that red?
Yes.
All right, I called it. How about that?
Way to go.
And Lawrence Winslow in the white. I have no confidence in my ability to discern colors at all.
You nailed it.
Thank you. I appreciate the vote of confidence. All right, going down to our right, Jacob Talbot, the sophomore goaltender, and down to our left, Jake York. It's a battle of the Jakes in goal today. Today's game is brought to you in part by Central Maine Community College in Auburn. With over 40 academic degrees and certificates to choose from, find your passion at cmcc.edu. And when you go there, you will see immediately that they have one of the lowest tuition rates in New England, cmcc.edu. So, Camden Hills right to left. Lawrence Winslow left to right. And we are set to roll.
Yeah, this is a very good face-off matchup. We can get into the numbers here in a little bit.
Yeah, you've got them, and Colton Carter wins it. So Lawrence on the go. Carter, of course, an excellent football player with great speed, fires right off, and it's wide of Talbot. So Lawrence with a great opportunity right off the face-off.
Yeah, again, I think Talbot, if you can get to him, I think there's potential, if you look at his numbers, to get him. So I'm good with Lawrence Winslow. Test him early. Test him from distance and see if he's dialed in.
When you're shooting, you're dangerous, I think somebody said. Liam Fortin in front. The shot is wide, but cutting right in front there was Brett Lambert. And he had an opportunity, and here is Camden Hills. This is Owen Hodgkin. Hodgkin to the goaltender, Talbot.
That was a good look, but his shooting hand, he was way outside the cage. Check there, but nobody in. Well,
Talbot, a one-hop pass and scooting up to pick it up. Finley Finch, he goes down, but coming away with it, the long stick there of Oliver Castle.
He chucks that one away.
Yep. So a giveaway there. Here comes Lawrence. No score, just underway. We are in the first minute, and there's a stick that went flying and a body that went flying over there, too. And it's a Camden Hills ball. Camden Hills 3-1.
I think he chucked it out there to keep it in bounds, but they say he stepped out, so Camden Hills has the ball. But I think that's why he threw it.
That makes sense. I didn't know that he threw it. I thought that it was jostled loose, shall we say. In front, the pass went right through Owen McManus. And on the far side, in front of us here, Finley Finch.
Finch, the one to watch. He's leading point getter by a ton for this Windjammers team.
He can score. McManus wheeling and dealing behind the cage. There he is. The shot is wide.
You're going to have to be out on him right there, letting him. I know you're going to want to play tight to the crease in case you have to slide, but you got
Dawson Chapman's got to get out there, 15.
Got to challenge him.
All right, ball is deep. All right, curling in now is Weisslogel. Weisslogel goes back to Howard. Weisslogel's shot is deflected, I think, wide.
I think so. I think somebody got a piece of it, blocked it, because it just didn't make it.
Yeah, Gage Dorval was in the neighborhood. All right, McManus. McManus over on the near side to Finch. Back to McManus. They'll change places. McManus with an opening, and he shoots and scores. So Owen McManus gets Camden Hills on the board, 2:09 in, and they lead it 1-0.
Yeah, and that was just simply a case of miscommunications. You watched that replay we just showed you. they run a simple pick play and they don't switch players. So McManus just goes free into the center, drops his arms down, and cranks one in.
So McManus from Fitch. McManus from Fitch. At 2:09, it's 1-0 Camden Hills. I know there are fish down in Camden, but this is Fitch.
Face-off violation against Carter, so Camden Hills gets it right back.
All right, here they go again. It's Fitch. Fitch to McManus. McManus over on the far side to Barlow Marshall. Marshall back out front. Winding it up there is Winslow. He has it deflected away, and coming away with it now for Lawrence Winslow is Dawson Chapman, knocked away from him, and Winslow right back with it. Evan Winslow with a good play. Here's Fitch. Fitch drifts in. Now to McManus. McManus back out front to Winslow. Winslow with a shot. Easy save there by York. And the lead pass, and that sends Lawrence away. Down the left sideline for Lawrence Winslow is Roy. Roy dumped it off to the net, and a shot and a goal? Yes! A score for Lawrence Winslow. And I would love to tell you who that was. Maybe on the replay you can, AJ.
I think it's Fortin. I believe it is Fortin.
All right. So Liam Fortin doing what he does, and that is score. And that comes 3:09 in, so it comes exactly a minute after the Camden Hills goal, and it's 1-1. So Lawrence, nice bounce back, nice rebound, comes right back, and they score. Off the draw, it is Carter, and another violation. And this is going to be on Camden Hills. It's going to be on Pinkham. So it's Lawrence's ball. Carter right at midfield. Carter. Down the right.
You got to take that. Nobody stepped to you. He beat his man and had that lane open. Rule of fast break anything, right? Run until someone commits to you. Instead, he tries to weed it through traffic and you get the turnover.
Yeah, you're not going to get the perfect shot there. You had the perfect shot. Take it. So 1-1. Here is Hodgkin. Up to midfield to Fitch. Fitch defended. Chapman slapped at him. That's not going to do. Fitch goes in. A shot. Nice save by York with the stick up high.
Yeah, I don't know what Fitch kind of threaded that through, not with much force on it. Looked more like a pass.
A hit there at midfield. Camden Hills with the steal. Right down Broadway. Pass over to Fitch, and it doesn't connect. And this will go to Lawrence Chapman.
Not even going to get out. Fitch gave up on that, but we've seen here with soccer especially, it's grass. It'll slow the ball down.
Sure will. Here's Neto. Colby Neto for Lawrence Winslow. Neto right in front. The shot is a save by Jacob Talbot. Talk about point blank. You couldn't get any closer. In fact, he was probably too close, AJ.
Yeah, well, you got to change. You got to throw it. I think you had time there. Throw a stick fake. You got to get him to move your stick. Instead, you go high to high. He's already got his stick right there.
Yep.
But a great play by the sophomore goalie.
So 1-1. Ball goes back to Lawrence at midfield. Colby Neto for Lawrence Winslow. Excuse my reference. I'll get it down. Colby Neto. Doubled. Whips it back out to the front. This is LeClaire. LeClaire to Hillman. Hillman shot wide.
It's not a good shot.
That one rolls all the way down the hill. Nah, just way too deep and too many players to have to get it through. Curling in front, bouncing off the hit there for Lawrence Winslow is Dumont. Ball's knocked out of his stick. It's loose in front. Now it's knocked back deeper, away from the goal. And Lawrence able to retrieve.
That was, I think, Fortin just trying to power his way in there.
Fortin has it down low. Fortin behind the net. Fortin to the cutter. Good pass, and it's blocked. I think it went off the head there of Jacob Talbot.
That was Neto again, high to high. Got past the stick, but caught Talbot's helmet. Another save, point-blank range. Good pass.
Lawrence is getting its opportunities. You talked in the pregame show about the save percentage and how important it was, and they're doing exactly what Coach Knight told them to do, which is shoot.
Yeah, I think they're doing a nice job. I think you just got to change your location. You got to get a little bit more directive in where you're shooting it, but I think they're doing a nice job because one thing, Mike, and you could attest to this more than...
Shot by Carter, another save by Talbot with the stick.
And that one, I think, a little bit too deep. But you can, I think, speak to this in your experience covering sports. With goalies especially, it's a rhythm thing. You stop a couple, it gets a lot easier to stop a lot more.
Yep. You get on a roll, a little confidence. All right, pass up now. It's Wislogel. Wislogel over on the near side in front of us. Quinn Hoppin. Hoppin to Fitch, now to McManus. 5:55 left in the first period. It's 1-1. Lawrence Winslow and Camden Hills. A Class B North matchup. That shot goes high and wide.
I went with the sidewinder, went way over the cage.
And McManus will deal from out back. Owen McManus. Forced to the other side. McManus now forced to pass, and his pass intended out there for Marshall. Skips all the way back to Wislogel. Wislogel down the right side to McManus. McManus fakes, now goes right. Chapman comes out to meet him, lays it off. There is Fitch. Fitch with an opening. Fitch fires, it's blocked. And another easy shot, and that's handled by York.
That was a nice play there again by Camden Hills, because I think the Lawrence long poles, the defense specifically, get caught flat-footed. Obviously, when an offensive player backs up, they're setting you up for an ISO. You got to get on your toes.
Wislogel behind the net, McManus. Now back to McManus. McManus. The pass to the cutter there, Wislogel didn't connect. It rolls all the way out deep, and it's picked up by Wislogel again. Here comes Camden Hills. Weislogel's going to switch with McManus. McManus is going to go in front. Actually, that's not Wislogel. That is River Pinkham. The shot wide.
Yeah, Fitch cranked that one again, sidewinder, not on cage, not even challenging the goalie here. Fitch likes to operate from the wing, which is surprising as the assist guy. You think he might dodge a little bit more from X. But clearly what they're doing is they like to run the action behind the cage and draw that early slide, and Fitch is benefiting from it. He's just not putting him on cage.
All right, McManus back to Marshall. Marshall to the middle. To the side, fires and misses. So Barlow Marshall missed. But some extended pressure here by Camden Hills. McManus lays it over for Howard. Alden Howard. Big guy, bumps Preston Roy, and that's going to be a violation on him, I believe.
Yeah, they got him for an offhand. Basic award. They got him for a ward. York got checked there. That's why that comes up short.
All right, and a bad pass is picked off by Pinkham. Pinkham, Fitch to the net, lays it in front, McManus. McManus scores. Great passing by Fitch after the steal at midfield by River Pinkham. He got it down on the left side to Fitch, and Fitch in front. McManus had a great look, and he scored.
And that's why I think you see Fitch as one of the leading goal scorers there. It was a nice play. I think easily could have shot around traffic there, and instead he dishes that off, and McManus all by himself on
So
York.
McManus and Fitch combine for another one. And it's 2-1. 3:57 left in the first. Glad you're with us today here on The Score. Boys High School Lacrosse, a matchup that we thought on paper looked good, and so far we read it right. All right, here comes Camden Hills. Cameron Lawrence. And some changes here as Camden Hills changes on the fly. McManus out deep. Fitch is on the left. Gets the pass. Finley Fitch. Drifts back. Checked there by Dawson Chapman. Beats him. Leans inside to the middle. We got a flag down. The shot is wide. Touching up as McManus away at a flag on the near side.
Yeah, they're going to get for a hold. Again, the long sticks, I think, for Lawrence are playing too much on that 6-foot pole.
So it looks like Chapman's getting rung up.
Yeah, they're counting on that, and what is happening to Camden Hills is just very quickly beating them. And next thing you know, that 6-foot pole's a disadvantage once they're by you, and there he gets caught for the hold on just the isolation dodge.
Well, you don't have a penalty clock here, so we'll have to keep our eyes on things over there. But I would think a 1 minute
hold, I think, might be 30.
30? Okay. Finley, nice dodge, and he gets knocked to the ground on a big-time check there by David Baldick. And a goal after that. So, okay, you guffawing over there. You tell me what you saw because I didn't see it.
Well, it was Fitch was able to he threw that pass from his backside, and then it was, I believe, 6 for Camden Hills score.
Barlow Marshall.
Let me replay that one more time. But did you see there? He's on his backside, and Marshall had to gather that up, and then Marshall buries that just inside the pipe.
So Marshall on a man up at 8:56, and it's 3-1 Camden Hills, and another violation off the faceoff. See if Lawrence can get the next one. The drive and the shot there certainly had a great chance by Colby Martin, but a save made by Talbot.
Another point blank. Lawrence is getting good shots. They're just putting him in. They're doing him a favor and putting him right in his stick.
Yeah, you're right. A lot of shots have been right on the stick. Here's Finley Fitch. And Lawrence needs a stop here. Fitch drives to the net. Open man over there. The shot is a save. Good save by Jake York, keeping it at 3-1.
That was a big one.
Boy, yeah, too many in-close opportunities here for Camden Hills, though. Lawrence Winslow's got to tighten it up. Trying to get the ball now. Chapman does. Nope, he still can't. Sweeps it in front, and it is scooped up. No. Now it plops up into the air, and a whistle and a violation on Lawrence.
Too many mistakes. Lawrence Winslow, I think, has played them even, but the mistakes have been the difference thus far.
Out deep, it's Gardner. Bennett Gardner, 22. Gardner lays it over for Hoppin. 3-1 Camden Hills over Lawrence Winslow here. Final 2 minutes of the first. McManus. Look at a cut. Not there. Fitch. Fakes. Fitch to the middle. A jump is a save by York. And Fitch went down. Getting up a little slow.
Yeah, he's getting up a little slow. He put that right dead center mass, though, unfortunately. You got to aim for corner. I like the jump shot. I think it was the right move. But you got to aim for corners.
All right, muscle tussle at midfield.
That's an understatement. They're going to get a push against Camden Hills.
4 or 5 bodies there going at it. The only thing missing was a steel cage.
Lawrence has played. This game very well could be tied. Lawrence has just got to do better shot position. Shot selection has been great. Shot positioning has not.
Garrett LeClaire out back and
missed him.
Boy, yeah, he did.
Had him, but he threw it at his knees.
Yeah, I was trying to get Jeremiah McKenzie. No go. So Camden Hills with it. They play it to the goalkeeper, Talbot. Talbot, the sophomore. Fires it up, and boy, talk about a lucky roll.
Marshall's got to run through that. It would have been 2-on-1.
Exactly. It's Barlow Marshall again, and this is out on the back, and touching up is Finley.
Marshall didn't drop his hands. He runs through that. It's him and Fitch, 2-on-1.
Final minute of the first. 3-1 Camden Hills. Finley doubled back out to McManus. McManus shoots, and did that hit the pipe?
No, York got it. He just popped it straight up into the air.
All right, so the shot hit his stick. I think it hit the top of his stick and deflected high into the air. We've got a stoppage here with 38.8. And out deep, Cameron Lawrence will start it up. Lawrence to Marshall. Out back to Fitch. 30 seconds to go in the quarter. 3-1 Camden Hills. Fitch. Fitch fakes. Fitch in front. A jump shot. Score! Finley Fitch with some moves, and it's 4-1.
And that's a nice job there because that jump shot lets you be able to get your body around. Does a much better job placing that one. And that, just a nice job. He's been trying to get that in, places it a whole lot better, and makes it 4-1 Camden Hills.
11:39, the time of the goal. So since it was 1-1, 3 goals by Camden Hills. They've opened up a 3-goal lead, 21 seconds left in the period. Face-off. Won by Camden Hills. Goes over to Weisslogel. Weisslogel, final push here in the quarter. To McManus. Clock at 10. McManus to Fitch. Fitch has an open man, and the shot is a save. The rebound.
Oh, he saved the second one.
He got the second one. Wow, that was almost a look what I found on the second save there. So, could have been worse for Lawrence in the first period, yet it could have been better if they had shot the ball anywhere except right at Camden Hills goalkeeper Jacob Talbot. So 1 in the books here in Fairfield. Score after 1, Camden Hills 4 and Lawrence Winslow 1. You're watching and listening to High School Lacrosse on The Score.
Looking to begin or further your career in manufacturing and don't know where to start? Mid-State Machine is in need of CNC machinists at our Winslow facility, where we manufacture components for some of the most exciting industries: aerospace, defense, power generation. I'm Jeremy Stanford, manufacturing manager, and I personally want to invite you to come learn about the great pay and benefits Mid-State Machine has to offer. To apply, visit midstateusa.com. That's midstateusa.com, an equal opportunity employer. Come grow with us.
Discover the printing experience you've been searching for at SBS Carbon Copy on 54 Main Street in Waterville. Tired of getting lost in big box stores? Whether you need unique business cards or large format printing up to 44 inches wide, customized invitations that scream you, we've got it all. Our team is here to print, copy, or scan with a smile. Fast, affordable, and with a touch of personality. Don't settle for ordinary. Dash over to mainprintingservices.com, where printing's personal, not puzzling.
Nokian Tires, available at 201 Tire Battery and Service, Route 201, Vassalboro. Your complete auto center. Mechanics you can trust. Nokian Tires to keep you safe on the road. Plus, 201 Tire Battery and Service is a state inspection station. They have batteries and accessories, including custom battery cables available. And of course, those great Nokian tires. 201 Tire Battery and Service, Route 201, Vassalboro.
Like Violet, AJ Knights back here at the David Martin Sports Complex at Lawrence High School in Fairfield, 4-1 Camden Hills, and Mr. York is earning his money, so to speak, in goal for Lawrence after 1.
Yeah, he's got 7 saves already, none bigger than that. We showed you the replay right before we went to break at the end of the first, but he had 2 in a row, and what's crazy about it is he's got to go cross goal to save that first one. He loses his footing, and then Marshall tries to kind of just dump it over him, and York sticks his stick up and just bags it for 2 saves. Very, very much should have been 5-1 right there.
And on the other end, Jacob Talbot has had the luxury of having balls shot right at him.
Yeah, I think Lawrence's shot selection has definitely helped him, and I think you could tell the difference there at the end. Gives him some confidence, felt like he got locked into the game. And then I think Camden Hills did a nice job of not letting those cutters get loose in the back half of the first quarter.
So Talbot right here in front of us now, the goal to your left as you watch things, and down to our right, it's York. As we get ready to roll here in the second, 4-1 Camden Hills. Face-off is won by no one, still loose, and scraped back literally by Arthur Hinch. Now they're going to give it
to Camden
Hills.
Yeah.
So it'll be Eben Weiss logo.
I think Lawrence has played even with Camden Hills. They just better shot selection and then some mistakes. They've struggled to clear it a little bit. One of the goals came off of York just throwing a short pass because he drew a check.
Here's Marshall. Marshall out back to McManus. McManus.
Taking his time.
Really, he sure is. It's like he was reflecting in thought there for a second. Now lays it out. That's Finley. Finley right in front, wide open, and a save there off the stick of Marshall, or was it? Or did go in? All right. So Marshall gets his second. So 34 seconds in, Barlow Marshall makes it 5-1.
Not just that, he I think collected 2 pipes on that one because it rang off the far left one.
I saw a deflection, then I lost it.
Fitch already with 3 assists.
So Marshall opens it up to 5-1. Lawrence needs a goal. And that starts with possession, and that's what they have now. Colton Carter. Carter to the top to Neto. Lawrence subbing on the fly. Bulldogs goal in the first by Liam Fortin. Neto inside, a spinning turnaround shot, touching up After the miss is Fortin.
And Neto a little unsure which hand he wanted to go there, and that cost him a precious second, I think.
Liam Fortin gets in front, got tripped up, down low, scores. Boy, Lawrence needed that, and they get it from Fortin, his second of the game.
Fortin just clearly there. I'm going to bulldog my way, try and stop me.
Bulldog, I like that.
That's what he did. He just put his head down, even drew the check, was able to split it, and just turned around, get center cage. And if you're Talbot, kind of stuck there because he's right in front of you.
Even though they're Outlaws, I like that.
And he's a Black Raider technically, so
know.
my bad.
All right, 5-2. Lawrence Winslow, a much-needed goal. Off the face-off. Scooped up by Silas Moody. Now scooped up by Lawrence. Neto takes it right in, right out in front, and unable to get a shot away was Jeremiah McKenzie.
I think he tried to see here on the replay. I think he tried to quick stick it. Yeah, he basically looked like he tried to bat it in, and instead, I think was thinking ahead as opposed to catching it, and that goes right by him. Golden opportunity.
Owen Hodgkin to start it up for Camden Hills. Up the left side he goes. Now to the middle.
Got that delivery boy carry.
He sure does. That long stick. Now slows near the circle.
Like he's delivering a pizza. Nice job. Good cradle there. He took plenty of contact, didn't lose it.
Over to Marshall. Now he'll retreat. Marshall out back to McManus. McManus looking to make a move. Back out front, Weisslogel. That ball ends up in the corner, and that is going to be Lawrence's ball, I guess.
Yeah, out of bounds. Weisslogel did a nice job. Drew there, tried to hit Marshall, who's cutting into the center of the field, but threw it high. See if Lawrence Winslow can clear.
This is Chapman being
That's not a good start.
harassed. Chapman being harassed by Marshall. Now McManus in there, and McManus scoops it out to some open space. McManus finally able to get it. So Camden Hills with possession. McManus to the cutter. The shot is blocked. That was Luca Wiengas, I believe.
I think York actually got a piece of that.
It bounced up high.
I think he got it with the body, I think, in all honesty.
All right, Carter works it ahead. Weisslogel with a check. This is going to stay with Lawrence.
They're going to get him with a push.
So Carter goes left side to Fortin.
Comes a screen.
Fortin gets that screen, has to dance it back outside, however. Now in the middle for Carter. Carter loses. Carter recovers.
Oh,
not yet.
My coaching staff have him running laps. If you're going to do the rake, you're supposed to run through, but if you rake it and you don't get it, you got to run laps.
That'll be after the game. All right, loose ball to Neto. Neto, a pass too high for Fortin, and it's out, and it will be Camden's ball.
That was a good look, but a high pass. Again, Lawrence Winslow, combo team, has had their chances, just mistakes.
So with the score 5-2, 8:44 left in the first half, it's a Camden Hills ball. Dylan Lowe over to the goalkeeper, Talbot. Talbot lobs it up.
He's just
to midfield.
He's just looking for Fitch. Fitch can't even come past midfield, but they've done it several times.
As long as 12 is in the area, they'll get it to him. And here is Fitch with an opening. Lawrence backed off. Lawrence Winslow backed off. Now in front, low grounder, and I'm not sure if that would have gone in short side, but right there anyway was York.
Yeah, I think that was wide, but he kicked it anyway. That's a break for Lawrence Winslow, and Camden Hills actually wasn't paying attention because if someone cuts off of that initial Fitch drive, they're wide open in front of the cage.
Neto rushed it over midfield. Lawrence trying to get something going here. Lawrence Winslow, Doug Hillman far side, wearing 22. Now back deep for Dumont.
Nice
to Carter.
check.
Carter knocked out of his stick, and then he,
Yep.
as he was about to grab the ball, actually it was Preston Roy. He got laid out there by 33 Dylan Lowe.
Yeah, you're going to get a trail check, and unfortunately for Camden Hills, problem is once the ball's loose, that you're going to get a little bit more scrutiny. If he has the ball, you can run at him like that, but with it being loose, it's kind of bad timing more than anything.
So Lowe is off, man up here for Lawrence Winslow with 7:34 left in the first half. They trail 5-2. Great opportunity to close the gap even more. When play starts, Fortin right down in front of us. We'll get it going. Carter comes back on. All right, here's Fortin. Fortin to Carter. They play pass.
Lawrence wasting a lot of time. Man up, the whole point is you're man up, so you want to move the ball to move the defense.
Carter. Not moving to the defense at all here. In the middle, the shot scored. They got a goal out of it, though, from Drake Dumont.
They draw another penalty as well.
That I missed.
That's going to come there late on the high contact. Stick goes across the face, I think. So Lawrence is going to pick up the goal. That was
Drake Dumont.
Yeah, Dumont picks up the goal on the assist from Carter, and then Dumont gets a stick across his face mask there. And because of that, it should be going man up again.
So Dumont scores at 4:52, 5-3. That's a man up goal. And
I think it was 14 drew the penalty, I think.
Yep, that's Owen Hodgkin. So he's out. So Lawrence Winslow still a man up.
Yeah, because the penalty's releasable, so you immediately get even and then go right back to man down.
Yep, Carter wins the draw. Carter, he got blindsided, and that's a penalty. Carter got dropped like a bad habit there, I believe, by Arthur Hinch.
I think that there's probably been, in high school sports especially, blindside specifically, and I think that's the ruling. I do think he caught him closer to the chest than the back, but I can understand it.
I was wrong on the call there. Eben Weislogel, 23, the guilty party.
Two-man advantage.
Nope, it's not him either. It is it 11 over there?
I think it
was
was
McManus?
11.
Okay, so Owen McManus. Third time's a charm for me.
Yeah, it had to be
figure out
one of the attackmen because they released on the ground ball. So 6-on-4 here for Lawrence.
Great opportunity. Winslow. Here's Colby Neto to Fortin. Fortin whizzes one, and it's wide.
I don't like that shot. So Camden Hills is going to play a box, so you should have someone working their way open in the middle.
Garrett LeClaire. 6-on-4. A lot of open field.
Nice deflection.
And Camden Hills coming away with it and picking up Weislogel. Trying to get it ahead, and he does. And now it's loose at midfield. And an almighty struggle there, flipped high into the air by Gage Dorval. Lawrence finally able to gain control. Chapman. Still 6-on-4 to Colby Neto. Fortin to the net. Fortin fires, and he missed. And hustling to touch up, I think McKenzie won the fight.
Those are always interesting because refs generally will give goalies the benefit of the doubt, but Lawrence Winslow was there first.
All right, they got one guy back, so it's 6-on-5. Back out deep for Lawrence Winslow Dumont, who just scored.
Here comes the sixth man running
so we're
in now.
back to even strength. Shot wide. Tough angle there for Colton Carter as he cut in, but no net to shoot at.
Yeah, he dropped his stick back, and it got high in the pocket, so it came out high.
McKenzie to Fortin. Liam has to go back and grab it.
Man, Lawrence Winslow, 2 men up, can't cash in.
5.5 to go in the first half. 5-3 Camden Hills. Fortin avoids. Fortin spins. Fortin, we've got a whistle and a violation on Lawrence Winslow.
I think they're going to get Fortin for the offense. I didn't see it because of the bodies.
Boy, that looked like
It was a nice looking swim dodge, but
it was just a slip and nothing more. It didn't look like anything illegal, but of course, no lacrosse maven am I. Here's Howard. Howard.
Getting a little more physical out there.
Getting real physical out there. Guys getting pushed all over the place. Sticks being swung. We got a flag.
There's going to be a slash in there somewhere.
From way deep from the official at midfield, and we're going to get a penalty. And another flag thrown by the front official.
Somebody might have said a no-no word.
All right, so realizing that he is in fact guilty, walking off the field and going knee down.
Fitch for Camden Hills.
It's Fitch and is that
12?
Can't see the number for Lawrence Winslow.
23 to 33. I think it's Baldock.
All right, so it's Davin Baldock.
Baldock, excuse me. So even strength.
Yep. In a 5-3 game.
I think the initial penalty, I think, was on Lawrence Winslow because when they finally got possession, they blew it dead, which means it was against them. And then Fitch did something after the play, obviously, that got him sent off. So I didn't see retaliation, as they always say. The second one's always the one that gets caught. I don't know if he shoved or something. My initial guess is he said something he wasn't supposed to.
All right, 5 minutes to go. Ready to start. Out deep, it's Weitslogel. Doubled, spins away from it, shoots it, went off somebody's head or somebody's shoulder, and it bounces out of bounds. Yeah, that's going to go to Lawrence.
Yeah, they're not going to give him the break on that. I think it was a shot, but because of the block, nice job. Lawrence Winslow going to get the benefit of the doubt and just went out of bounds.
Bulldogs were down 5-1. They've scored the last two. That's the Outlaws.
And they had a two-man up opportunity. What's 6-on-4?
Here's Neto for Lawrence Winslow.
Crank that.
Colby.
That will crank that one-handed cradle.
All right. To the middle. Laid it off.
Didn't get it through.
And it did not get through. And picked up by Camden Hills. Far side, a good check there by Carter. Carter back with it. Carter drives to the sideline. A pass, I guess, to Neto. Neto still not able to grab it. Still loose. Neto scoops it. What do they call that? A peel and scoop?
Rake. It's the rake.
It's
scoop.
a rake. Okay, yeah. I like the peel better. There's a little body action there from Colby Neto.
Yeah, he's gonna get the give up the ball on that one. Getting a little chippy out here.
Yeah, chippy there as Neto upended Bennett Gardner. Here comes Camden Hills. 4 minutes to go in the first. Right side, it's Marshall. Marshall's got two here in the first. Got a whistle. Looks like a timeout. We'll take it too. 3:51 to go in the first half. Good one here underway in Fairfield. The score, Camden Hills 5 and Lawrence Winslow 3. You're watching and listening to Boys High School Lacrosse on The Score.
I came for a visit and I just fell in love with it.
They just want to see you be you and just excel.
There's a lot of opportunities here.
It really gives me time to figure out what I want to do with my life.
It's a good stepping stone to get to where you want to be.
The tuition is definitely part of what brought me here.
You know, credits transfer, that's huge, especially for a community college when you're trying to figure out what you want.
CM's the best place. Honestly, it's the best place. You got to be here to experience it.
Raising money for our cause, supporting our neighbors, helping to recognize those that should be recognized, providing educational opportunities, working together to make someone's day just a bit brighter. Our employees enjoy being a part of making our communities a better place to live and work. Skowhegan Savings Bank.
Mike Violet, AJ Knights, back here live at the David Martin Athletic Complex here at Lawrence High School in Fairfield. 5-3. We thought it would be a good one. It's been a good one.
I think you see it reflected in the chippiness, too. I think both teams know they can get this one.
I like Chippy. I'm a fan of Chippy.
That's why you wear the pads. You don't wear them because they look nice.
That's right. Let's get Chippy.
I think the important thing is, right, what's the old sports cliche? Play up into the line but not over it. That's where I think that both teams a little bit, and I think that's what this timeout was about, are flirting with it.
All right, let's see what the aggression factor is out of the timeout.
Oh, did he drop a flag? They were doing stick checks. If he dropped the flag, that's bad. Maybe not.
Nope.
He's putting in his. Okay, let me count.
Maybe he just dropped the flag.
He might have. 3, 6. We're missing midfielders. All right. Fitch is still down, but both those penalties have released. If he dropped the flag, when I was in high school, I don't know if it's changed. I think it was several minutes non-releasable for an illegal stick. I'm trying to... 2.
Yeah, we got players coming and going. Running off the field for Lawrence was Drake Dumont. And now we're underway.
Yeah, Lawrence is man up.
Okay.
Timeout was Camden Hills has the ball, but Lawrence is man up. So somebody has an illegal stick.
Okay, Carter, or check that. McManus with the ball, playing keep away right now. Lawrence a man up, trying to get that ball. And McManus doing a great job. And we got a whistle off the play. Somebody call a timeout?
Yeah, I think Camden Hills took another one.
All right, another timeout. Hey, we'll take it too. 3:29 to go in the first half. A man up here for Lawrence. It is Camden Hills 5 and Lawrence Winslow 3. Back in a moment.
Notice the price of gas and oil lately? Thinking about a pellet stove? Pellets are a renewable resource that are economical, and pellet stoves don't have to be ugly or loud. Come talk to us at Somerset Stone & Stove. Let us explain why now is the best time to have your pellet stove installed. Wouldn't you love to have a gas stove or fireplace designed for your home? Let Somerset Stone & Stove design and install a Regency gas stove or fireplace that is just right for you. Let us customize your Regency gas stove or fireplace while you enjoy the beauty and warmth. Visit Somerset Stone & Stove in Oakland.
Manchester Motors is your official Coyote tractor dealer. If you work the land, you just got to be a jack-of-all-trades type. There's just too much to do. So if you got to be a welder, or a farmer, or a ditch digger, that's just who you are that day. Then tomorrow, you can be somebody else. Find your Coyote tractor at Manchester Motors, 1031 Western Avenue, Manchester.
Over 30 years ago, Paul and John A. Bowen set out on a mission to help aging Mainers stay in their own homes. Assistance Plus grew from their passion, dedication, and integrity where clients come first. Today, Assistance Plus serves not only the elderly, but clients with developmental and behavioral health challenges. Assistance Plus is here for you today and through all points of your life.
All right, we have been doing some counting during the break, and it's a 6-on-4 advantage for Lawrence Winslow, except Owen McManus has the ball out of the timeout.
Now, this is just going to be the run around in circles play.
And Lawrence trying to attack McManus, and he is not an easy one to pin down. Gives the ball up there, fights for it. Now scooping it back is Marshall. Marshall's sideline, that's out. So Lawrence is going to finally get possession and hustle it up on a 6-on-4 man up. They might have gotten no. They are still down 2.
Now Fitch just, I think, checked back in, so now it's 5. So
okay.
I think, because the difference was, I think Fitch got an unsportsman.
And look at Fitch right there stealing the ball to McManus. McManus right in front to a lone wolf there, and unable to handle it was Marshall. Was not a good pass.
No, and that would have been a shorthanded goal.
All right, in front, another one right there, and Marshall scores. So second time the charm for Barlow Marshall, and he's got a hat trick.
And that's, I believe, by my count, Mike, that is a shorthanded goal. Because I believe, so the difference when they went out even is I think there was a push or a shove on Lawrence. I think Fitch got an unsportsmanlike, so his penalty was longer. That's why it was 6-on-4. But sitting out for Camden Hills currently, I believe, is Oliver Castle. And if that's for a legal stick, that one lasts for a minute.
So 6-3 after the Marshall goal, completing a hat trick. And we're not even at halftime. Here's Colton Carter. Lawrence down 3. They've been down by as many as 4. Carter, man in front is McKenzie. Fortin is about 20 yards away outside the circle. Carter with it. Carter deals it behind the net to LeClaire. LeClaire stops. A pass didn't connect, looking for McKenzie in front. The ball that is picked up by Dylan Lowe. And Lowe.
Power cradle.
Yep, sure was, and got it back to Talbot. Talbot being chased by LeClaire. Talbot got it away.
Open
Then
net.
he went down. We got a wide open net. Can they get it in front? And missing on the shot there, Colby Neto.
I think you got to give that one up. The ball travels faster through the air than it does on your feet.
All right, McKenzie to Fortin. Fortin right out in front. Neto turns and a save there made by Talbot. Busting out Camden Hills, but it flies right out of the stick of the breakout man. That's River Pinkham. Now at midfield, stolen by Weislogel. Eben Weislogel. Cruising over to the right. Down to 1:10 left in the first half. 6-3 Camden Hills.
Back to even strength.
Marshall out back to McManus. McManus. Trying to go to Fitch, missed the pass. Fitch able to pick it up. Pass to the side to McManus, knocked out of his stick there. Good defensive play by Lawrence Winslow. It was Chapman who made the play, but Lawrence can't cash in. They can't pick it up. Weislogel. Down to 30 seconds left in the first period. Scooped up, driving to the net, Wienges, and he stopped play there for a second.
He slowed up because 20 seconds left, and you're just going to hold here for the last shot.
All right, down to 15. Trying to get it in front, McManus. He got bodied down. Ball loose, slapping at it, Lawrence. It is still loose. Ergus raked it outside. Lawrence able to pick it up. Chapman, and this will run the clock out. Chapman at midfield. And that's it for the first half. So the Lawrence Bulldogs down by 4 goals at one time, rallied to cut it to 2. The deficit now 3 at halftime. Our score at halftime of this boys lacrosse game: Camden Hills Windjammers 3, the Lawrence Winslow Outlaws, Camden Hills Windjammers 6 and the Lawrence Winslow Outlaws 3. It is halftime. We will be back to the David Martin Athletic Complex right after this. You're watching Boys High School Lacrosse on The Score.
At PJ Diggs, they know septic systems. Maybe your existing system is failing or it's a new house lot. You need new installation. Call PJ Diggs. They can bring their site evaluator to design the right septic system. Headed to camp? Ditch the outhouse for a newly installed system. How about a septic system for your campsite? Imagine your own private campground. Already have a septic design? PJ Diggs can install it for you. Call 431-4299. That's 431-4299. At PJ Diggs, they know septic systems. 131 Hinkley Road, Canaan.
Whittemore & Sons, your Coyote tractor dealer. Dependable sales and service for over 50 years. We are located on the Waterville Road in Skowhegan. Sales and service by a family who cares.
If you have been looking or wanting a complete heating, cooling, and plumbing contractor for residential or commercial all under one roof, Maine Preventative Maintenance is the only number you'll need. Maine Preventative Maintenance is also a registered and recommended heat pump installer with Efficiency of Maine. You may even be eligible for financing through Efficiency of Maine. Emergencies always happen at the most inconvenient times. Don't put it off any longer. Don't wait until something happens. Call Maine Preventative Maintenance today for peace of mind. Maine Preventative Maintenance, 465-4505, 465-4505.
Dixon's Country Market on the Neck Road, Benton has it all. Sunoco gas and 24-hour diesel, plus a jam-packed store with what you need to grab and go. And so much succulent food. Huge sandwiches, delicious wraps, and hand-tossed fresh dough-loaded pizza. They have drinks, snacks, fresh meat and cheese in their deli counter, plus local Lively's products that won't cost you a lot of money. And remember those whoopie pies? Delightful, delicious Dixon's Country Market in Benton, supporting local high school sports.
Casella Waste. You see their trucks everywhere all the time. That's because they're out taking care of customers like you. Roll-off dumpsters, they've got them 15 to 50 yards. And they're in your neighborhood picking up the trash so you don't have to worry about it. Weekly, bi-weekly, or monthly from 2 to 10 yards. Casella Waste will also deliver portable toilets when and where you need them. And they offer septic services. Call to learn more about Casella Waste. 872-8257, 872-8257 for Casella Waste.
For us, it's a family business that is steeped in tradition. You know, our relationship with Waterville goes back a long ways. Over the years, we've been fortunate enough to grow, and we've been able to grow with the town. We look at the work that we do as something bigger than just the sale of a car or the servicing of an automobile. We're here to be a part of something bigger than just ourselves by giving back to the community with our time and our energy, because it's all about taking care of people.
Central Maine Community College in Auburn. Over 40 academic degrees and programs recognized as some of the best in the United States. Nursing, criminal justice, forensics, psychology, IT, education, culinary arts, and so much more. Offering one of the lowest tuition rates in New England. Plus, a top-seeded national champion producing athletics department. Central Maine Community College in Auburn. Find your passion. Go to cmcc.edu.
We have created our own drink company. The fastest growing sports drink in history.
We will run! We will run! Ladies and gentlemen, we got the monkey is prime! This season, we are hydrated! The official sports drink of the UFC. It's time!
Oh, that's good.
Distributed by Valley Beverage of Lewiston.
When you're ready to tackle your next building project, no matter how big or small, depend on Hammond Lumber Company for the products and services you need. The knowledgeable staff at Hammond Lumber will be with you every step of the way and keep your project on schedule. From free estimating and project planning to design and drafting services, an extensive product inventory with a wide variety of brands to choose from, and of course, Hammond delivers from any of their locations across Maine and New Hampshire. Hammond Lumber Company, your building project partner.
Mike Violet, H.A. Knight, and our score crew back here live at the David Martin Athletic Complex here at Lawrence High School, 6-3, Camden Hills on top of the Lawrence Winslow Outlaws here at halftime. The Lawrence Winslow Outlaws coming in having won 2 of 7. They were 2-5 on the season, and it was 1-1 early on. A nice run by Camden Hills. They scored 4 straight goals, extended their lead to 5-1. Outlaws, I'll get it worked out of my system eventually. Outlaws scored 2 in a row, cut it to 5-3. Late goal by Marshall made it 6-3, and that's where we stand right now.
Yeah, in the first quarter, I thought Lawrence Winslow played Camden Hills even. I thought they just made some mistakes. There was a couple times where they didn't clear, a couple ground balls I think they could have made, not crisp passes. And more importantly, in the first quarter, you hit Talbot in the stick and the helmet, which if you're shooting at a goalie, shoot for where he's not at. That I thought was a problem in the first quarter. And then in the second quarter, it really got chippier. And then I think Lawrence just failed to cash in twice in the second half. In the second quarter specifically, they were up 2 men, scored neither time. And then you add in as well, they had an open net opportunity and didn't even put it on goal.
Yeah, up 2 men, not really good scoring chances even while they were up 2 men. And when they were in position to have good scoring chances, the shot selection, as you said, right on goal, not anything down on the ground or at the corners at all, which is really where you need to go.
Yeah, and Talbot, I think, was really able to kind of get in rhythm after that happened. I thought he's made some nice saves. And then I think the Camden Hills defense buttoned up a little bit, and they just didn't allow those cutters that I thought were running free in the first quarter to run free in the second quarter. And I think for Lawrence, you're starting to see a little bit. Fitch does a nice job. He's got 3 assists here in the first half of being a big-time offensive threat, but allowing it to open up offense for his teammates. Whereas, not to say Fortin can't do that, but I feel like Lawrence Winslow the other 5 offensive players are not really doing a good job playing off of Fortin and being able to take advantage of the attention he so clearly draws. Because late there in the second quarter, there's a play a couple times where he was up at the top of the box, not anywhere, I think, in shooting threat distance, and they were kind of face guarding him with a second guy getting ready to bring it, and you got to be able to capitalize. If that's the case, someone's got to be cut because you got to be open. On the other side, Lawrence, I think, packs in the defense and wants to slide early, which I can understand because you want to, with a veteran goaltender, you think anything outside of 10 yards or so, he ought to be able to track down. The problem is they slide in Camden Hills, specifically Fitch, waits for that slide and then basically goes across to Marshall. And he's done that several times. York's made a couple nice saves.
Yeah, Barlow Marshall with a hat trick here. It's been the Marshall-McManus show. They are responsible for 5 of the 6 goals. Marshall has 3, McManus has 2, Finley, Fitch has the other goal. So it's been really a 2-man game so far, and those guys, along with, of course, Fitch, have been the main men to score all year long, and they're getting the job done here today. But Lawrence just missed opportunities not taken advantage of, and more shots. They've definitely got to get more shots, but also better quality shots. Pick their spots a lot better.
Yeah, and I think you saw that the first time Lawrence Winslow went up 2-man, it was 6-on-4. And what's going to happen in Lacrosse, you're going to play zone when you're man down, obviously. So when it's 6-on-5, your traditional man up, it's going to be a box and 1. 6-on-4, it was a box. So there should be a lot of space in between that box, given that Camden Hills is going to slide early. And we saw the first time Lawrence was up 6-on-4, Fortin takes a shot from the top of the box, and it's just that kind of shot selection is the reason why you find yourself trailing like this, because it's just not a good look.
Today's game brought to you by the Central Maine Motors Auto Group in Waterville, the dealer with no dock fees, where cars and trucks always cost you less. Find them online at cmautogroup.com. Tomorrow, weather permitting, we have softball from Augusta as the Coney Rams host the Nokomis Warriors. Game time 3:30, a half hour earlier than normal. So we'll be on the air with our pregame show tomorrow at 3:20, live video and audio at centralmainsports.com, 1160thescore.com, our YouTube channel at Central Maine Sports. Please go and subscribe, and when you do, click on the notifications bell and get notified when we drop score lights and our score player of the game features. And also, we let you know when we are about to do a game as well, and all of the games that we do stored right there at Central Maine Sports. Also, on our website, centralmainsports.com, in the vault, you'll find all of our games there, too. They are always there. There's never any charge. We don't want your money. We don't want your credit card number. Everything is there for you, absolutely, positively free. All right, ready to roll here, second half. 6-3, Camden Hills over Lawrence Winslow. And back in the goal down to our left, Jake York. Jacob Talbot down to our right on this beautiful spring day.
Yeah, can't complain. It was a little bit windy, but, when it comes to what we're potentially facing weather-wise the rest of the week, I'll take this.
All right, Hinch and Carter on the face-off. And Carter scoops it ahead and wins it. Carter drives. Now peels back. Colton Carter. Stops on the right. Lawrence got a couple of on-the-go substitutions in. Carter, open man to the net. The shot is short side by LeClaire, and it went wide.
Yeah, Carter was trying to run that 2-man game with him, finally got the right idea. LeClaire needs to come at least another step towards the cage.
All right, out back.
That's just Fortin. He's just trying to bulldoze his way to the net.
Yep, didn't work, so Fortin back up to the top to Dumont, who's got a goal, not a Carter. Carter spins. Carter, ball pops out of his stick. It's loose in front, and did that go in?
I think it got kicked in.
Wow! It got poked in, kicked in, somehow in. And Lawrence Winslow closes the gap to 6-4. I have no idea. We're going to have to try to figure out who scored that from a replay.
At 11? Let me check my roster here. I want to say 11.
That's Drake Dumont if it is.
I believe so. Based on the replay, kind of just slapped it in while it was loose.
All right, we'll go with Dumont because we have no reason to go with anything else.
I believe it was Dumont, though.
So Dumont at 43 seconds makes it a 2-goal game again. Off the draw, Carter can't come away with it. Now he does. He didn't have it, then he had it. To the net, a grounder score! Fortin makes it 6-5. So Lawrence comes out like a house of fire in the second half, 2 goals in 58 seconds.
That's what good face-off man will do for you. Allow you to be able to play, not only make it, take it lacrosse, but you should be, if you win the face-off, be in a potentially fast break situation. Fortin, though, just absolutely ripped that one from distance.
And those 2 goals coming within 15 seconds of one another, 43 seconds and 58 seconds of the third. So Lawrence has made it a 1-goal game, 6-5. Carter off the draw, has it again. Carter, right down Broadway. Carter had it knocked out of his basket. Picked back up by Neto. No, picked up now. And cleared by River Pinkham. Pinkham down the right. Pinkham being pursued there by Hillman. Pinkham to the middle as Camden Hills changes up. Weislogel over to Fitch. Fitch beats his man. Fitch goes in. Jump shot score. Fitch gets it right back. And it's 7-5.
If you're Lawrence Winslow, I know you're waiting for your man, but go double him. He's just too good to not pay him that respect. And again, the Lawrence long sticks, I don't want to harp on him too much there, but you guys got to move your feet. You're just counting on trying to basically check that one out, and he takes the check, keeps his cradle, and runs through the defender like that.
Yeah, Fitch had way too many liberties there. All right, Hinch and Carter on the draw. Nope, actually, it was 8 Caleb Neal, and what do they call?
Infraction. I didn't see what it was, but an infraction. Either. He might have lined up illegally. You can't. Yeah. You got to keep your stick perfectly vertical.
All right, here is Howard. Alden Howard. Ball came out of his stick. There was a quick whistle there, I think I heard. Yep, and it's going to go to Lawrence.
Yeah, in lacrosse, there's a variation. So there's play-ons and non-play-ons, and then obviously there's penalties. So something went against Camden Hills, and when they retained possession, the play-on kicked in. That's a bad pass.
Right, Chapman's pass picked off by McManus. That was too easy. McManus drives to the net. McManus right over to Fitch. Fitch wide open, shoots, and he missed.
He hit the deck hard, too. I don't know. York got a piece of that? If so, I'm surprised. If not, I'm surprised Fitch missed by that much.
Fitch with another jump shot, which he's been successful on. He laid it off to Fitch, or a check that McManus did. Fitch, no opening. Fitch over on the other side, the shot by Marshall. Never got through.
It didn't make it, and then Marshall kind of just batted it towards the cage. Marshall also, I think he took a check or something, kind of hunched over there for a second. Good backup, though. Lawrence going to get the possession.
All right, Davin Baldick. Lazy pass over there and almost picked off by McManus. Not enough mustard on that. Dorval on the far sideline for Lawrence Winslow. 7-5. A 2-goal lead here for Camden Hills. Bulldogs on the attack. Neto flies up. Neto bumps him in down. Not afraid of any contact.
That's
Colby Neto come flying.
Uh-oh.
Oh, we got a little. We've got some friskiness and a flag out. And you always talk about the retaliation, and they may have gotten the retaliation there on 30-something.
35.
35, okay. It's Finn Emery.
See who's going to take a seat. So Neto took a shot there as we showed you the replay, and it got blocked or didn't make it through. And then Neto pushes he pushed him from behind, which you can't do. That's the infraction. And then Camden Hills took exception to it because Neto's done it a couple times. So they're going to both sit down for offsetting penalties.
So, still even. 1, 2, 3.
Should be 5-on-5.
Well, Camden Hills has way more than 5 out there.
No, they 6 in the goalie.
Okay.
6 including the goalie, excuse me. It's 5. Lawrence Winslow retains possession, though.
All right, for the Bulldogs, outside it's LeClaire.
Oh, nice
LeClaire,
swim match.
nice swim move, goes in, ball knocked out of his basket. And a hustle play by Dumont saves the day. Dumont laid it back to McKenzie.
That's a generous shot back up by him. I was going to say, that I don't think you can count that as a shot. It was a great swim move, and then Benedict did a nice trail check, because problem is that you do the swim move, and then he immediately goes to shooting, and he just lays that stick out there.
And that's out. Pass intended for Hodgkin. Couldn't be saved by McManus. So it'll go to Lawrence Winslow.
What is that, Tyler? You get a shot real quick. I think that's one of the few Winslow-styled helmets right there. Everybody else, I think, is just a white helmet. That one's got the black and orange of the Black Raiders.
All right, in the back ahead to Fortin now.
Yeah, I mean, Camden Hills has done that. I got no problem with your best player coming to get the ball.
Fortin gets the ball, ducks. Fortin has his stick literally knocked out of his hands, and now the loose ball is picked up by Camden Hills, but a good check from behind there by Jeremiah McKenzie might have salvaged the play. Ooh. Now both players driving down as Drake Dumont kind of drove the Camden Hills player down to the turf there, Owen Hodgkin.
Yeah.
And Hodgkin with it.
A little bit of a push. Oh, there's a penalty that's going against Lawrence Winslow. I think they've been flirting with it.
All right, McManus. A lot of open space.
Nice
up
pass.
to Marshall. Marshall in front, went low, and he missed on York.
Great look. Marshall tried to kind of wrap that around. Just switch hands, man. It's going to be man up for Camden Hills. They drew a penalty on the Lawrence Winslow combo team on the clear. I think it's LeClaire's going to go take a seat.
And waiting for him to go on a knee.
Waiting to see. I think he's pleaded his case, but I believe it is LeClaire.
Yep, there he goes. 8:17 to go in the third. It's a tight one. 7-5 Camden Hills over Lawrence Winslow.
This is just the second time Camden Hills has gone man up.
Fitch laid it off McManus. McManus with an opening, and that is wide.
Easy two-man game there.
They made it look easy, that's for sure.
McManus just got to put it on goal.
Fitch. Over to McManus. Loose ball. And it rolls back to York.
It's a good pass. McManus didn't catch it cleanly, tried to quick stick it. It was already down on the ground.
All right, a midfield's taken by Camden Hills. The fight goes on. Weiss. Logel. Laid it over to his teammate Hodgkin. Hodgkin lost it, though. Stolen by McKenzie. Jeremiah McKenzie tried to split a double team, then ran away from it. McKenzie deep. Knocked away from him. Good defense there by Lowe. McKenzie and Lowe. McKenzie and Lowe. Ooh! Holy! And Lowe. Wow. And McKenzie, the stick went flying around. And then whip it like, and we've got a flag.
Yeah, that's got to be a penalty. He was going for the the rusty gate check where you spin around and bring your stick with you, and I think he lost the handle because he didn't get any contact. But the other part of a slash, especially at the high school level, is you can hit contact legally, hands, arms, torso, where it's allowed, but the windup is going to get you busted as well.
And Dylan Lowe, the guilty party. So man up here for Lawrence Winslow. Down 7-5. Play will start out back to Neto. Neto to Carter. Carter pass right into the stick there of a Camden Hills defender. Not a good pass at all. The intended receiver not at all open, and Eben Weisslogel with the steal. Down a man, they've got it right in front to Fitch. He tries to stuff it in, and no way, York equal to the task. Windjammers retain possession. Winslow knocked out of his stick. Carter picks it up. Check that, not Carter, but 19. And I don't have a 19 on my roster.
Nope. I think the infraction was against Lawrence. I was incorrect. I thought Lawrence was man up. I think they eventually will be. Oh, and that's why they stopped it, Mike. We get another penalty.
Okay, so...
Looks like Neto.
Let's see. Nope, it's not on anybody. McManus, shot blocked to Fitch. Fitch circles. Back to the top. Winslow fires and scored.
Wow.
8-5.
Just kind of thought about it. That one, York, I think, would be very upset with himself. He let that one go through. Yep. Give Fitch another assist. He's got 4.
So Eben Winslow with his first of the game. Comes at 5:32, and we've got a timeout on the field. So a timeout after the Winslow goal. It is 8-5 Camden Hills. We'll be back with more high school lacrosse on the score.
I'm Drew.
I'm Jeremy.
We are JDH3 Designs. We're a Maine family offering laser engraving of just about anything and custom apparel. We love to work with other local businesses as well as people within the community to bring your design ideas to life.
JDH3 Designs. Visit their website at jdh3designs.com and like them on Facebook. JDH3 Designs. They customize just about anything.
Looking to begin or further your career in manufacturing and don't know where to start? Mid-State Machine is in need of CNC machinists at our Winslow facility, where we manufacture components for some of the most exciting industries: aerospace, defense, power generation. I'm Jeremy Stanford, manufacturing manager, and I personally want to invite you to come learn about the great pay and benefits Mid-State Machine has to offer. To apply, visit midstateusa.com. That's midstateusa.com, an equal opportunity employer. Come grow with us.
Local sports on the score is always brought to you by Hammond Lumber Company, serving Maine and New Hampshire from 22 locations. Your building project partner is Hammond Lumber. Find them at hammondlumber.com.
So I believe that was still even strength. So I wonder if that flag, this has been such a pain in the butt. There's been so many flags this game to keep track of.
It's been frisky.
That is an understatement. It has been frisky is for sure one way to put it. So the Lawrence penalty should have released on the goal, but I believe Camden Hills should still have someone in the box, maybe?
Well, I'm
not looking like it.
Trying to look as closely as I can, and I don't see anybody down. So we are even Steven.
All right. 33 is the one I'm watching.
That's low, and he is down.
Okay, so he was the one with the penalty.
So low down. So a man up here for Lawrence. And a midfield faceoff. It is LeClaire for Lawrence Winslow.
Wait a minute. I was going to say, yeah, Winslow has to go off because if locals, they had 11 and that's going to go against Camden Hills. They were, what would it be? Too many men, basically. I don't know what the lacrosse calling is, but it was because Winslow was on the wing, which means they had 10 out there, but they should only have 9. There's like confusion here between the refs and the coaching staff.
Yep.
The numbers are correct now.
All right, so one official still talking to the Camden Hill sideline. Looks like they're square.
Question is, I think the play didn't start, but I think ref was going to signal.
Now they're giving it to Camden Hills.
I missed completely what happened. Okay.
All right, let's just roll. It's Arthur Hinch. And now a whistle.
Timeout, I think. Timeout. Timeout for confusion, I think, specifically.
Okay. 6:22 left in the third. The score, Camden Hills 8, Lawrence Winslow 5. More boys high school lacrosse coming up after this on The Score.
Discover the printing experience you've been searching for at SBS Carbon Copy on 54 Main Street in Waterville. Tired of getting lost in big box stores? Whether you need unique business cards or large format printing up to 44 inches wide, customized invitations that scream you, we've got it all. Our team is here to print, copy, or scan with a smile. Fast, affordable, and with a touch of personality. Don't settle for ordinary. Dash over to mainprintingservices.com where printing's personal, not puzzling.
Nokian Tires, available at 201 Tire Battery and Service, Route 201, Vassalboro. Your complete auto center. Mechanics you can trust. Nokian Tires to keep you safe on the road. Plus, 201 Tire Battery and Service is a state inspection station. They have batteries and accessories, including custom battery cables available. And of course, those great Nokian tires. 201 Tire Battery and Service, Route 201, Vassalboro.
All right, back live here at Lawrence High School. It's 8-5 Camden Hills leading Lawrence Winslow after yet another timeout.
Count, okay. So they have 5 on the offensive side. So Camden Hills is man down.
Okay.
Not to be confused with the fact that 18 for Camden Hills is kneeling next to Lowe, which mathematically doesn't add up, but I think he's just doing it to rest. That's confusing to everybody.
Yeah, Max Ergus, don't kneel down unless you're supposed to kneel down.
Okay, Lawrence is man up.
All right, here's Fitch. Lawrence is man up, but it's Fitch and Camden Hills with the ball, and Fitch passes over on the other side. Shot, score! Barlow Marshall buried it. His 4th of the game. It's 9-5. Wow, what a shot.
Yeah, and Fitch 100% I think could have pushed that, and instead I thought made the decision initially that he was going to just run some more clock, and instead gives it to Barlow, who's got that tie. They do that a lot, so he's obviously got a shot from that distance locked in.
Time of the goal, 5:54, so 22 seconds between Weislogel's goal and Marshall's goal, and it's 9-5. Camden Hills has worked their lead back to 4 goals. Second time they've had a 4-goal lead in the game. Off the draw, Carter. Carter scoops. On the attack, Lawrence will bring some people in to attack as Carter just fades outside.
Back to even strength.
Here's Fortin. Fortin's been kind of quiet today. He's got, what, 2?
3.
Oh, okay. Take that back.
It's a quiet 3.
That's not really that quiet. Sorry.
They just come in like Lawrence. It's like you said. Lawrence Winslow's cut into this lead, and it looks like they're going to make a game of it. And then Camden Hills responds.
Fortin drives, score!
Whoa! What
How about that? All I had to do was accuse him of being quiet, and he bangs one in.
That was such a tough shot.
So Liam Fortin makes it 9-6 real quick.
That is such a tough shot. He's got to go. Because he keeps it in his right hand, too, so he's shooting across his body, across the goalie's body, and he sticks it in. Wow.
So Fortin with a quiet 4th goal.
That was anything but quiet.
And she's 9-6.
That's spectacular.
Lawrence will take more of that. As the wind picks up, Carter on the draw, wins it.
Nice job boxing out. Get low.
All right, Carter down the left. Carter got pushed by Weislogel. Tries to recover from that. Ball comes out and picked up. Fortin.
Good guy to have it in his stick.
Fortin. Check that. Not Fortin. Backing it out. Dumont. To LeClaire. LeClaire trying to angle in. Fires one and he missed.
Not bad. Not a bad shot. I think if you're Lawrence Winslow at this point, right, Fortin has to touch it. You have to make sure he has it at least once and see what happens.
Yeah, when he's got 4 of 6, I would say so. All right, trying to get it in front. It's Fortin.
Ooh, nice. There's that Rusty Gate check done properly, and it worked.
Fortin hangs with it, lost it though, and back deep behind the net for Camden Hills' Dylan Lowe in a battle for it with McKenzie, and it's going to go to Lawrence Winslow and McKenzie.
Yeah, McKenzie did a nice little lift check there to pop it out and get it back.
Fortin. Circles to the top. Stick literally knocked out of his hand, so therefore the ball 2. And a whistle and a stoppage.
The whistle gets Camden Hills. So Lawrence, that's the second time Fortin's had a yard sale. He has had his stick completely removed from his gloves. They sent a screen there initially, but they sent another long pole. If you're going to send a screen for Fortin, send a short stick defender and see if you can get a switch.
Carter. On the right side to Dumont. Dumont's got a goal. LeClaire.
You got away with, I think, a moving screen there.
Carter. Carter back out deep to Fortin. 3:40 left in the third period. 9-6 Camden Hills over Lawrence Winslow. Now driving to the net. The shot. Score! Liam Fortin, you can't stop him. You can't even hope to contain him.
Again, there's the half the team for Camden Hills is in that picture on the replay. I mean, he just at this point has said, I am tougher than you. Stop me. And to this point, Camden Hills can't figure it out. He's got 5.
5 goals, 2 in a row, 9-7. Now, this has been the bugaboo, the 2-goal gap. Lawrence Winslow's not been able to get closer than that. So 9-7 with 3:29 left in the third. Off the draw. Camden Hills wins this one, picked up by Ergus. Ergus knocked right out of his stick. Loose ball.
Ooh,
a helmet off there. Ergus lost his helmet. And they blow it dead.
The interesting thing, so when we had Erskine Academy and Gardner boys lacrosse earlier, the coaching staffs were talking about there was a new rule that was being emphasized about helmet being knocked off. Now, I don't think that was knocked off by a player, but I think part of the discussion is what happened. Was it knocked off? Did he just lose it? You know, what was the circumstances, I guess, basically. That being said, they apparently didn't find anything egregious because they give the ball to Lawrence Winslow, so even though he lost his helmet, Camden Hills committed the infraction.
Colby Neto, midfield. Neto drifts to the right.
How do you feel about finding number 10, Mike?
I'm always in favor of finding number 10, and there would be number 10. Excuse me, nope, that's Carter. My recognition skills have to be better without seeing a number. Carter.
Fortin's on the opposite wing.
Yep. Carter takes it out back.
Now he's got it.
Yep. Fortin with 5.
There's a screen. Didn't really take it. He's just jogging.
To Neto. Neto handles, opening, a bouncer, and it's wide. Touched up by McKenzie.
I think part of the thing Lawrence Winslow could do a little bit better is when Fortin has it, spread out a little bit more because Camden Hills is going to send sliders at him.
2.5 to go in the third. McKenzie. Over to Fortin.
They see they're already cheating down with Lowe.
Fortin changes hands. Makes his move. Ball is knocked out. Bounces around. And now a wicked big slash there by Fortin. We got 2 teams going at it here.
Fortin's got it.
Yep, he comes away with it. Fortin circles, now pulls up. Back out front to Neto it goes. Neto in and trying to deflect it was McKenzie, and it missed.
Yeah, McKenzie was more focused on just kind of batting that than catching it. Fortin's got to be careful. Yeah,
flag on Fortin, I believe.
I think he's going to go out for a cross check. You got to keep your hands together. Hands together. Fists got to be next to each other.
So Fortin's gone. Man up here with 1.5 to go for Camden Hills. They lead at 9-7.
Like you said, that 2-goal deficit, you had possession. Now not only do you not capitalize, Camden Hills gets to go back with it up a man. Unless I'm missing a white jersey, Lawrence Winslow is offsides. Yeah, there's another one.
Winslow trying to start the play. Flag down. Play continues. Shot is a save by York.
I think that was wide. Hard to see from this angle, but I think it was wide.
Wasn't taking any chances.
And that's
and Dumont is going out.
Yeah, that one, I hate to do it. Coaching staff and the players got to know better. I mean, your attackman just went off. You've got to keep 3 back there, and you had time before you even line up. Instead, now you're going to be 2 men down on
6 on 4.
Yeah, something silly.
So 6 on 4 with $1:17 to go in the third. It's 9-7 Camden Hills. Fitch, McManus missed the pass. Trying to scoop it up there for Lawrence Winslow, Davin Baldock, and to the side, back out front, firing and missing there was River Pinkham.
Pinkham had a good distance there. Just, again, put it on cage. There's been good setups. Ooh, I didn't think they were going to get Lawrence Winslow actually won the backup for that. Yeah, he's just going to huck this because you just want to run clock.
And hucking it to midfield was Gage Dorval.
And that's going to be a push, I think, on Neto because you can't cross midfield. So Camden Hill's going to pick it back up and run. 6-4. 6-4 man up.
50 seconds to go in the third. They lead by 2, 9-7. McManus pass behind the intended receiver, Barlow Marshall, who's had a whale of a game here today. He's got 4. A flag down.
Huge mistake. Camden Hills didn't run to that, and one of the penalties released for Lawrence, they get a free ground ball, and then I think Marshall picks up a slash.
Here's Neto. Colby Neto. Behind the net, 20 seconds. Neto, you want to get it to Fortin if you can. Fortin set up right in front of him now, and there it is.
Now, Fortin just came back in, Mike.
Okay, my bad. Instead,
because he served the first
that was
penalty.
Dumont.
Now he's got it.
Now he's got it, and he's got to hurry. 5 seconds.
I think they're going to hold it because they're going to be man up, so they're going to start with the ball.
Okay, so they indeed will. They hold it, and they will start the fourth period down 2 goals, but also they'll start it with a man up. 3 done in Fairfield, the score. It's been a good one. Camden Hills 9, Lawrence Winslow 7. This is Boys High School Lacrosse on the score.
I came for a visit, and I just fell in love with it.
They just want to see you be you and just excel.
There's a lot of opportunities here.
It really gives me time to figure out what I want to do with my life.
It's a good stepping stone to get to where you want to be.
The tuition is definitely part of what brought me here.
Credits transfer, that's huge, especially for a community college when you're trying to figure out what you want.
CM's the best place. Honestly, it's the best place. You got to be here to experience it.
Raising money for our cause, supporting our neighbors, helping to recognize those that should be recognized, providing educational opportunities, working together to make someone's day just a bit brighter. Our employees enjoy being a part of making our communities a better place to live and work. Skowhegan Savings Bank.
Notice the price of gas and oil lately? Thinking about a pellet stove? Pellets are a renewable resource that are economical, and pellet stoves don't have to be ugly or loud. Come talk to us at Somerset Stone & Stove. Let us explain why now is the best time to have your pellet stove installed. Wouldn't you love to have a gas stove or fireplace designed for your home? Let Somerset Stone & Stove design and install a Regency gas stove or fireplace that is just right for you. Let us customize your Regency gas stove or fireplace while you enjoy the beauty and warmth. Visit Somerset Stone & Stove in Oakland.
Mike Violet, AJ Knight, and our score crew, which consists today of Tyler Rigney on camera and Kaylin Lakey running our graphics and such on screen. We go to the fourth quarter. It is 9-7 Camden Hills. They've led all the way. Their largest lead's been 4 goals, and they've had a 4-goal lead twice. Lawrence Winslow's chipped away at it, has it back down to 2. They haven't been able to break through that 2-goal deficit, though, and they will start the fourth, AJ, on a man up.
Yeah, that's why they didn't shoot the ball, because when the quarter ends and you're man up, or you haven't activated one, I believe, you should start with possessor. So, Lawrence, there shouldn't be a face-off here. Also, just for clarity's sake, it was Marshall that got the slash. He's kneeling in the box.
Okay. So, yeah, we are.
Oh, they didn't activate the penalty. Okay, so it has to be active. They are man up, though.
Okay. So it's Carter. And he easily wins the faceoff, except he forgot the ball. He easily won it from Hinch.
They're going to take a second here as they get their long pull off. But 6-on-5 here for Lawrence. Chance to cut it to 1.
Yep. Here's Colton Carter.
You can't set a screen that way. That has got to be
Carter
a whistle.
Got hurt. He might have taken that right on the wrist. So, yeah, you can't set a screen right that. And then Carter got belted. Looks like it was right on the left wrist. And he bounces back up. As the wind bounces back up, too. And let's see what we got here. Carter walking off.
Yeah, I think you're right, Mike. Generally, you have elbow pads that probably go down most of your forearm, but probably caught that right on the wrist.
So it is a Camden Hills ball.
Just another error.
And flying down the right side is Cam Lawrence. Lawrence out back. And a stoppage.
I think interference? I think something similar. I didn't see it. Fitch was beside himself at the call, so I don't know if it happened off ball, but it's a turnover Camden Hills.
Lawrence ball. Oh, they give it up.
Yeah, he just dropped that out of the back
absolutely.
of his stick.
Tough play there by Chapman. Just dropped right out of his stick, and McManus in front. There's Fitch. Fitch fakes low, goes high, and scores.
Yet again, another mistake. McManus picks up the assist. That's a hat trick for Finch. He's got 8 points, 3 goals, 5 assists. But right there, you get the turnover and you just fail the simple clear. Just pass.
Comes at 49 seconds. Yeah, you just got to get that ball out of the zone there. That is just an absolute giveaway goal. And that's a crusher. Again, the 2-goal thing, this is the 3rd time now that Lawrence has been within 2, and Camden Hills has been able to bump it back up to 3. So more work and another hill to climb for Lawrence Winslow. Carter.
Must be all right back out there taking the face off.
Carter looks okay. Pass to Fortin. Fortin goes in high. And LeClaire, the ball missed, and LeClaire touches up on the far side.
Fortin's going to be beside himself there because somehow he got that, and then he had Talbot beat high and just threw it past him.
Fortin has 5 of Lawrence's 7. Carter whips one and scores! Colton Carter with a fastball, and it's 10-8. So that wrist is fine.
Trying to see who got the assist. I think it was Fortin. And that's what that is textbook bounce shot. He planted that low. It dropped right in under that top crossbar. It's exactly what you're looking for.
So 24 seconds after the Fitch goal, Carter gets it right back. So here's that 2-goal gap again, 10-8.
I believe, LeClaire, I believe, gets the assist.
So Camden Hills has not been able to put Lawrence away. They've had a 4-goal lead a couple of times, but no. And here's Neto, right in front to McKenzie. Couldn't handle it. McKenzie bobbles it. McKenzie comes away with it. McKenzie defended by Hodgkin. McKenzie to the front, has a good look, fires, and it's wide.
He slowed up. That was nice to Talbot, I think, on that initial shot. I like the instance of coming out and creating some contact. That, I think, slowed up the point-blank one. And then McKenzie slowed up as he got free.
Here's LeClaire. LeClaire had a man go down as he ran by, and a whistle blew right after that.
Yeah, Lowe ran over the screener. Wait, let's see.
Pinkham running off. He's just being replaced.
Yeah, they did a sub. Yeah, the whistle was Lowe ran over the screener.
10-12 left in the 4th.
You're going to call interference on that? That's insult to injury right there. Lowe absolutely ran over the screener.
Wislogel bounces it ahead, finally scooped up by McManus. McManus, ever dangerous. He and Finley Fitch are so good together, and this guy too, Barlow Marshall, he ain't bad. That's quite a threesome they've got there.
Their trio attack, I think, all has their various strengths. McManus likes to dodge. Fitch is just a good passer, and then Marshall's got that shot dialed in from the wing.
This is Fitch out back to McManus.
Nice
McManus trying to dodge. Right to the side of the net, nothing there. Fitch retreats to the cutter, shot, score. Owen McManus makes it 11-8. And once again, Lawrence can't break through that 2-goal deficit.
Now McManus with a hat trick, so now 3 different Camden Hill players have at least 3 goals.
2:38 the time of that goal. And it's 11-8. Hinch and Carter on the faceoff.
Oh,
Carter
nice.
scoops it ahead. That's a great play.
That was a clean, dominant win there.
Carter sets up to Neto.
Has to go to 10. Has to go to 10.
10 is right to the left. There it is. Nope, didn't get it to him. Colby Neto. Spinning. He and Carter swap places. Fortin curls through. They get him on the go. Fortin shoots, and that went wide. McKenzie will touch up.
I do not know how Fortin caught that. He was getting pushed as soon. I did not think he caught it, but he did.
All right, here's McKenzie. Lob out to Carter. Carter. A shot and a save by Talbot, or no?
I think it did. It just went way up in the air as it just dropped right there. I lost it in the sun.
Loose ball to Howard. Yeah, we're looking right into it, obviously. And now picked up at midfield, Eben Wislogel. The pass ahead, the spin by Marshall. Marshall on the other side to the net. The shot missed.
It was a good look.
Hanging on to it, Camden Hills. McManus to Fitch. 8 minutes to go. It's a 3-goal lead for Camden Hills. 11-8. Wow. That hit something really hard. Was it pipe?
It was pipe.
All right. Right to the side. The shot there by Marshall as he fired a grounder, missed. I saw just it bounce.
Fitch jumped and absolutely drilled the top crossbar.
When I saw that bounce, I figured it had to be pipe. All right, out deep now, it's Cam Lawrence. Lawrence circles out back. Cam Lawrence backs it out. 11-8, Camden Hills in the lead. Back to Lawrence. Cam Lawrence avoids the check. Now lays it off on the side to Fitch. Fitch out front. A grounder is wide by Wislogel.
That bounce shot there didn't put it on cage. Tell you what, Fitch has got that shot fake down pat. He's going to drop his feet and crank it and then turn around.
All right, out in front we have a flag down just as Marshall got in front. He tosses his stick in frustration. He looks like he caught one in the knee.
He got hurt. I think that's why he chucked it. That went in.
All right, official over to the sideline with 6:47 on the clock.
Curious to see if they throw this up. Because
the score hasn't changed. Still 11-8 on the board. They're facing it off at midfield.
That has to be a goal then, right? Penalty on, is that Fortin? Or excuse me, Leclerc for Lawrence.
All right, so a man up here for Camden Hills, and they take it right down the field after the face-off, and there's a shot and a goal.
Give Pinkham the assist. Shot fake, and he just absolutely rips it.
Was it Fitch again?
Yeah, Fitch.
I apologize in the maze of players. I didn't see it. So what we thought might have been a goal was not, but that was right there. Time of the goal, 5:24 by Fitch.
Good man up, too.
To make it 12-8.
What's curious is why they did the
Midfield
face-off.
yeah.
If they're that seat at 13, they put one up.
Okay, so it is. All right, so now we're going to have to figure out who scored it.
Marshall scored it. I have
Okay.
to check. I'll have to check to see who the goal was.
All right, so Barlow Marshall scored that 12th goal to make it 12-8. So a 5-goal lead, the largest of the game for Camden Hills. And that goal, by the way, came at 5:13. So they scored twice in 11 seconds.
McKenzie trying to get there just loses it. I don't know if he's trying to switch hands, the contact, but he just lost it right there on the doorstep.
And the heat is on for Lawrence. They've got 6 minutes to work with and a 5-goal gap to make up. Loose ball down in the Lawrence zone, running out of it there.
Fitch and McManus ran into each other hard.
Doug Hillman gets it over midfield, picked up by McKenzie. McKenzie loses. McKenzie fights for it. Jeremiah McKenzie back with it. Good work by McKenzie. He gets double pushed.
You got to move.
And it's knocked out of his stick. And a major battle there, McKenzie and Cam Lawrence. And they stop it.
I think they're going to get McKenzie for laying on the ball. His bad insult to injury, but I
don't lay on the ball.
Yeah.
All right, Camden Hills on the break. Marshall. What's he got, 5 or 6?
5, yeah, that was his 5th.
All right, Barlow Marshall. He and Liam Fortin have been the goal scorers today, but Fortin has not scored here in the 4th, which is not a negative comment by any stretch. But he hasn't been able to get the ball.
Camden Hills, I think, is really dominating possession. You see it here, it's taking the air out of the ball.
Yeah, and it's good strategy here. They lead by 5 with less than 5 to go. And also a good coaching decision to figure out how to defend Fortin and not allow Lawrence Winslow to get him the ball. Because he was getting it almost at will in the first half.
And it's not
in the third.
It's not by lack of trying to send multiple defenders at him. There's a goal you're going to see in the score lights later when those get posted of literally 4 of 6 defenders on that side of the field chasing him. But yeah, you're absolutely right. Camden Hills here just content to play keep away. They're just going to burn clock.
Yep, keep away. It's a smart coaching decision. They lead by 5. Weisslogel to the cutter. That got deflected wide. Marshall.
Nice deflection. It was a nice use of sticks in passing lanes.
Picks up that loose ball on the right. Marshall circles to the top. On the other side, a shot there is saved by York. That was Weisslogel with the bid.
You got that big 6-foot pole and you're trying to run through everybody. Pass the ball.
Davin Baltic there with that big 6-foot pole that you're referring to. And I think in some cases some inexperience. Flag down. Shot, nice save by York. Ball loose, right in front. Picked up. Barlow Marshall, grounder in.
He has, I think, 2 goals today where he has hit several pipes and gotten just the absolute right bounce. That was another one right there.
Well, the score when It's a final is going to be deceptive. That's all I'm going to say. It's a 6-goal game, but it certainly has not been a 6-goal game. We have a timeout on the field. Right now, Camden Hills in control. The Windjammers 14 and Lawrence Winslow 8. They trail by 6. Back after this on The Score.
Manchester Motors is your official Coyote tractor dealer. If you work the land, you just got to be a jack-of-all-trades type. There's just too much to do. So if you got to be a welder, or a farmer, or a ditch digger, that's just who you are that day. Then tomorrow, you can be somebody else. Find your Coyote tractor at Manchester Motors, 1031 Western Avenue, Manchester.
Over 30 years ago, Paul and John A. Bowen set out on a mission to help aging Mainers stay in their own homes. Assistance Plus grew from their passion, dedication, and integrity where clients come first. Today, Assistance Plus serves not only the elderly, but clients with developmental and behavioral health challenges. Assistance Plus is here for you today and through all points of your life.
Pretty nice game for Barlow Marshall of the Camden Hills Windjammers. He's got 6 of their 14 goals.
A couple of them have been very physical. The one before his 5th goal, he threw his stick because I think he took it on the side is what it looked like, but then he gets another one right there.
Opportunity here for Harrison Rogers, the head coach of Camden Hills, to get some subs in there. He's got Oliver Adams, number 40, a freshman in the game. A couple of others as well.
Let's see who that penalty was on. 19 for Lawrence Winslow?
We don't have a 19 on our roster, but there is a 19.
Looks like he has the penalty.
So man up here for Camden Hills, and off the face-off, it's River Pinkham. Pinkham, pushed away by Neto. They're not looking to score, really. And, of course, as soon as I say that, they go right to the net. Lawrence defends well. McManus still in there. McManus out deep.
Is there another flag down over there?
I think so.
Nice save.
Yep, in front, saved by York. Loose ball. York reaches up and snags it.
Yeah, there's the dead ball. There's another one. Say Laundry's right down over by Fitch.
Penalty on Camden Hills.
No, I think Lawrence, because they stopped it when Lawrence finally got possession.
Okay. And that is Chapman, I think.
16, yep. Right?
15, I think, Dawson Chapman. But your eyes are better and younger than mine are. 2:40 to go, 14-8. That last goal by Marshall came at 8:41. Ball out in the back. Belongs to Lawrence. High fly ball to midfield. Leclerc. Spelled Leclerc, pronounced Leclerc. Ball's out.
So Lawrence is going to have to try and play keep away here, despite the fact that they are only going to have 4 offensive players. I think they're subbing back in some of their regulars just for this situation.
Yeah, Fortin's coming back in, and LeClaire still in there. Also, Carter back in.
Uh-oh. Somebody said, I think Fitch said a naughty word. He was having an exchange with the ref. Next thing you know, Laundry's on the field. He better be careful, because I believe if that's the case, this will be the second time he sat for basically, I think, unsportsmanlike conduct.
And, you're up by 6 goals, and you've scored several yourself. It's time to be happy. Two minutes left. Neto. Sidewinder there by LeClaire is a save by Tell, but he made that look pretty nonchalant.
That was not.
Yeah,
that was on the outside.
Still.
He did a nice job catching it. That's just not a great shot.
It looked pretty. Barlow Marshall. Laid it off down low to Alden Howard. Howard gets belted.
Yeah, there it is. I was gonna say, you could have gotten a cross check, I think, before that. Uh-oh.
Oh, we got a jam. That breaks up quickly. Minute 32, and a Lawrence player running off.
20-something. 23.
All right, so off Davin Baldick. Just a matter of playing out the string.
They keep going. It's going to be like 2-on-2.
That would be interesting. All right, back outside for Camden Hills. Cam Lawrence. Shot and a score from the left side by guess who? Barlow Marshall.
Again.
Who's getting a chance to pad the goal scoring totals.
And give that assist. I believe it was 19. Cameron Lawrence, I believe, picks up the assist.
Time of the goal 10:40, 15-8.
Seventh goal.
7 of 15. That is good.
It's going to be a tough choice for our player of the game because while 7, do not get me wrong, Fortin win the faceoff there. 7 is impressive. 10 total points for Fitch.
Right.
Nice pass.
Oh, shot and a save by Talbot off the stick there of Doug Hillman. Hillman was right in. Less than a minute to go.
Fitch back out there. And McManus is still out there.
For reasons unknown, but they're back out there.
45 seconds.
Actually,
left.
you know, they have only played 4 games coming into today, so.
That kind of surprised me, the lack of games.
Yeah.
Maybe they've had some of their own weather issues.
Get them some reps.
Yeah.
Just playing hold now.
Important, as you noted in the pregame, Lawrence actually was in the 8th spot in the heel points. So big win for Camden Hills, who despite having a better record, wasn't in the playoffs.
Yeah, I mean, Lawrence is not worth a truckload of heel points, but they're worth some. There's a shot and a score by Alden Howard. His first.
They give him one and give Fitch another assist.
16-8. And again, I'll reiterate, the final score deceptive. Comes with 17 seconds left. Let's hope they don't score anymore because I'm completely out of paper on this side of the page.
No promises the way they're kind of pouring it on.
Just run these final 17 out. I don't have to waste another piece of paper. It's all about conservation.
Yeah, Fortin, another face-off win.
All right, Fortin looking to get it ahead. Did, and unfortunately Hillman has to run it down in the corner. 5 seconds to go.
At him again.
Out front, Neto fires, scores. That'll count. And it comes literally at the horn. So Neto scores. And so the final score, officially now, is Camden Hills 16 and Lawrence Winslow 9. Back with a post-game show and our score player of the game right after this on Sports Radio 1160 WSKW The Score.
At PJ Diggs, they know septic systems. Maybe your existing system is failing or it's a new house lot. You need new installation. Call PJ Diggs. They can bring their site evaluator to design the right septic system. Headed to camp? Ditch the outhouse for a newly installed system. How about a septic system for your campsite? Imagine your own private campground. Already have a septic design? PJ Diggs can install it for you. Call 431-4299. That's 431-4299. At PJ Diggs, they know septic systems. 131 Hinkley Road, Canaan.
Whittemore & Sons, your Coyote tractor dealer. Dependable sales and service for over 50 years. We are located on the Waterville Road in Skowhegan. Sales and service by a family who cares.
If you have been looking or wanting a complete heating, cooling, and plumbing contractor for residential or commercial all under one roof, Maine Preventative Maintenance is the only number you'll need. Maine Preventative Maintenance is also a registered and recommended heat pump installer with Efficiency of Maine. You may even be eligible for financing through Efficiency of Maine. Emergencies always happen at the most inconvenient times. Don't put it off any longer. Don't wait until something happens. Call Maine Preventative Maintenance today for peace of mind. Maine Preventative Maintenance, 465-4505, 465-4505.
All right, Mike Violet, AJ Knight, our score crew back here post-game. Again, the final score 16-8, deceptive. This was not an 8-goal game. It was a 3-goal game. Midway through the fourth quarter before the Camden Hills Windjammers put it away. A marvelous game today for Finley Fitch, who ends up with 12 points on the day?
11.
11 points on the day, 4 goals, 7 assists.
Yes, 4 goals, 7 helpers. And it's not a coincidence that Marshall ended up with 7 goals because Fitch picked up a bunch of those. Darn it, that was the replay I was looking for. There's an assist lurking out there that I don't have that I'm going to have to get in the officially later tonight. But, yeah, they just have that design. I think they have a nice complement of attackmen. McManus is obviously comfortable working the two-man game with Fitch, who is a great individual dodger, and then Fitch is just a great feeder as well, hooking up with Barlow, I think, for 4 of his goals.
Yeah, so Barlow with 7. He had 7 goals on the day, but 4 goals, 7 assists for Finley Finch, our score player of the game. He gets our CMCC bag of swag. That's a CMCC bag filled with sparkling ice or prime from Valley Beverage in Lewiston, the coveted score player of the game T-shirt and the coveted score player of the game keychain. So congratulations to Finley Finch, who had himself a day with 11 total points.
Yeah, I think to your point, the final score is not indicative to what the how competitive the game was. But the problem is, I think Lawrence, one of those things, right? I think we talked about the one always comes to mind to me is Messalonski hockey last year against. Not this past year, the year before when they played for state, and I cannot think of
Cape Elizabeth?
Yeah, and I thought Cape Elizabeth was really physical for him, and Messalonski, I thought, got more concerned with matching physicality as opposed to playing their game. I think Lawrence got a little bit too chippy for the sake of being physical and got themselves out of their game. I mean, because let me just tally real quick here for you, Mike. 3, 5, 7, 9 penalties on Camden Hills, 2, 4, 6, 9 penalties on Lawrence. 18 flags between these two teams.
Chippy, like we said. Chippy, for sure. So tomorrow we've got softball, weather permitting. There is some rain in the forecast for the afternoon. Keep it on our socials to find out what the latest is there. It's Nokomis at Coney in softball. 3:30 start time tomorrow. We'll have it here on the Score. So that's going to do it for us here from Lawrence High School in Fairfield. For Tyler Rigney on our camera here this afternoon and Kaylin Lakey on computer graphics, and for AJ Knight, I'm Mike Violet saying so long from Lawrence High School in Fairfield. Final score in boys lacrosse here this afternoon. The Camden Hills Windjammers 16 and the Lawrence Winslow Outlaws 8.
You've been listening to another high school sports presentation on The Score, supported by these great local sponsors. Central Maine Community College, Central Maine Motors Auto Group, Hammond Lumber Company, Mid-State Machine, Whittemore & Sons, Somerset Stone and Stove, 201 Tire Battery and Service, PJ Diggs, Renewal by Anderson, Assistance Plus, Valley Beverage, Maine Preventative Maintenance, The Harry J. Smith Company, SBS Carbon Copy, JDH3 Design, Dixon's Country Market, and by Casella Waste. Stay tuned for a lot more live video and audio of high school baseball, softball, and girls and boys high school lacrosse. All available at centralmainsports.com, 1160thescore.com, and our YouTube channel at Central Maine Sports. Please go and subscribe. You found the place for local sports, Sports Radio 1160.